All right, what's up, beautiful people? This is Jose Trujillo, world's greatest living artist. What's up? By this time, probably, some of you are working. Some of you are working on your artwork, or maybe working on your social media, doing something, right? Everybody's got to do something. Probably doing something right now that's advancing your career, or maybe you're learning how to paint. I don't know. Maybe you're learning how to paint. Maybe that's where you're at right now, and you're also advancing your skill set, right? Your skill level. Learning how to paint. You're learning how to draw. You're learning your ABCs and all of that good stuff. And regardless of where you are right now, I want to tell you something. How's it going, Lena? Regardless of where you are, I want to tell you something. Look, it don't matter where you are in the cycle, whether you're learning how to draw, learning how to paint, you're learning how to market, or you're trying to sell your artwork. Maybe you're not learning anything. Maybe you know everything already. In which case, stay tuned. You might learn a thing or two here. Doesn't matter where in the cycle you are. One thing matters only. Okay? One thing matters only. You have to do so much, and you have to be able to push so much out into the world. Okay? And most people out there are not talking about this. They're not going to talk to you about this. Most people out there are going to say, "Oh man, if you just paint really nice, yeah." Or some people are going to say, "Oh man, if you wish it, it will happen. If you ask the universe, it's going to happen." Yeah, sure. I'm not discrediting those things. Of course they're valid, but that's not the only thing, and certainly, that's not the only thing you want to rely on. Okay, you don't want to rely on things like that, because what ends up happening is that you will find yourself. Look at that. Yeah, baby, the storm is coming. The storm is coming. Riders on the storm. Yeah, guys, look, you don't want to rely on anything, okay? Don't rely on anything. Don't rely on luck. Please don't rely on your artwork. Do not rely on your artwork. Like, don't make it a thing that you rely on, okay? Don't rely on your, because you work, you work so much. Don't just rely on that. Rely on strategy too. Put strategy behind the hustle, behind the work. Okay? Put some strategy there. You gotta put some strategy. You gotta, okay, what am I gonna do today? How many galleries am I gonna contact? How many people am I gonna contact? Am I gonna do a YouTube video? What's the strategy? And the most important thing about a strategy is that it gets repeated. Right? You need to be able to repeat the strategy. Otherwise, it's not a strategy. It's a thing that you do every now and then, in which case it doesn't work. Look at that, baby. It's raining here in Arizona. Arizona is fresh right now. You got to put some strategy behind that, And it's not easy. It's not easy, but you got to put it in there. So, this is for artists, okay? Specifically for artists. If you are putting your artwork out into the marketplace, be it galleries, shows, art fairs, whatever, I don't care what it is. You're like, you could be thinking like, "Oh, my stuff is so different." Don't fall for that trick, guys. Your artwork could be very unique, and still, if the world doesn't see it, nobody will care. Nobody will see the uniqueness. Okay, nobody will see the uniqueness. This is the reason why we fall in love with people. Okay, we fall in love, like when you fell in love with your partner or your child, right? You have your child. The reason why is because it's proximity. You fall in love with proximity. This is why so many people are all about being super in love with ideas of country, nationalism and stuff like that. Why do they fall in love with it so much and they have this idea? Because of proximity. You're there, Of course you're gonna fall in love with the US if you're from the US. You're not gonna fall in love with China. You're not from China unless you're from China. You know, proximity is what makes you love something. Understand it, right? You have proximity. And this is what many of us don't get. We don't create proximity. Oh, baby, it's raining here. Did you hear that? Look at that. It's so rainy here. Oh! It's proximity, guys. Proximity is the thing that makes it, that makes us love something. You know, there's this proximity happening. So how do you use the principle of proximity, okay, in your marketing? I mean, that's all marketing is. That's all marketing is. It's proximity. How close are you to someone? All right. I'm so ready. I'm ready to eat some. I came to get some lunch too because I need to get some lunch. A little rain never stopped anyone. It's certainly not going to stop me from getting my burrito. I'm going to come and get my burrito right now. I'm just gonna wait the rain out a little bit so that I can talk on the speaker. Be like, I want a burrito now. I want a super cool burrito. We're gonna wait out the rain right now, guys, because sometimes that's all you gotta do. You just gotta wait it out, okay? I don't want to get soaked when I pull the window down, getting my burrito. I'm like, I want a burrito. So, guys, proximity is marketing. You know, why do you fall in love with your children? Because proximity, baby. Otherwise, why don't you fall in love with my child, right? Because there's no proximity. You can't. It's impossible, right? You have to fall in love with your own children. Because the proximity, it's yours. It's from you. It's close to you, right? It's the same thing when it comes to marketing your artwork and getting your artwork, whatever it is. You might be an interior designer. I don't know. When it's time for you to get your message and your product, your service out into the world, please get this in your mind. The more proximity you create, the higher the odds are. You know, one of the things I learned from a mentor is that all sales happens in the follow-up. Okay? Sales doesn't happen because you have a great offer and people are just like, oh my God, this is great. All sales happen in the follow-up. The follow-up is where the sales happen. So if you touch people over and over and over, not spam them. Spamming them is giving them the same message, right? You're beating the same message over and over. That's spamming. That nobody wants to hear the same message. But if you're creative about how you get back to someone, right? It's very simple. It's like you're trying to court someone to go out with you, to date someone. You can't be like, let's go out to the movies. Let's go out to the movies. Let's go to the movies. Come on, I'll invite you to a movie. Of course not. It could be let's grab a coffee. No? Okay, well, maybe later on you come up with something else, right? Maybe it's not food. Maybe it's something that you notice that they like something, I don't know. Maybe it's music. Hey, I saw this really cool concert, let's go see this concert. Maybe the person doesn't trust you, and you could be like, you could bring one of your friends. I don't know. Please, I hope they don't bring the boyfriend or the girlfriend to the concert. But you have to be pitching in a different way all the time. But most important, you have to pitch. Okay, that's more important. It is much more important to just pitch than to try to be so unique. Okay, now pitching often with a high level of uniqueness, man, that's where it's at right there. It creates proximity. It doesn't really matter what it is. It doesn't matter whether you're an artist, you're an interior designer, you're a lawyer, whatever you do. I don't know, an accountant. if you've been in the game enough, you know that proximity is your best friend. This is why people fall in love with their cars. You know, they're like, oh my God, I love my car. Of course you love your car, dude. You drive it every day. Of course you're going to fall in love with it. I love my house. When people sell their house, they cry. Why? So many memories. Of course, so many memories. You know, you were there. It's proximity. It's proximity. How come you don't cry when I sell my house? You know, you cry when you sell yours because it's proximity, right? It baffles me how many times we don't pay attention to that as artists. You know, how many times we don't pay attention to that rule. To that rule. It's a rule. It's a law. It's a law. It's the law. I've heard people say shit like that. It's funny. It's the law. It's a rule, guys. It's a rule. Proximity is a rule. And you want to learn how to do it. You know, you want to learn how to do it. You want to learn how to say it. You want to learn how to be there. Most importantly, you want to learn how to have the muscle, right? You want to learn to create that muscle. How do you create that muscle? How do you learn to create that muscle? You may wonder. You just got to show up. You got to make a plan to show up all the time. You got to make a plan. I need to show up all the time. People need to see what I'm doing. People need to see me. I'm gonna order a burrito. You guys are gonna see me order some burrito, or hear me maybe. Yeah, can I please have a bean and rice burrito? No cheese, please.
What I got for you?
No, and two tamarindos, please.
2 tamarindos, medium or large?
Medium, please. And let me have let me have your 3 rolled tacos with guacamole and the rice and the beans, the meal.
The Supreme?
No, not the Supreme. The one that comes with rice and like the plate. Is that the Supreme?
Yeah, which number is that?
Let me see. Let me find that number. Hold on. Oh my God, I can't find it. Here, I'll find it right now. Oh, I got it. Yeah, the number 16.
You got it? Is that gonna be up for you?
Yeah, and if I can get some extra salsas, and you know what? Add a quesadilla too, please.
Just cheese?
Yes, I need a quesadilla.
Okay, have you set on the window?
Thank you. Yeah, baby, we got this. We have got this. Yeah. All right. What's up, beautiful people? So, again, guys, going back to that, you know, just try to focus on that proximity. Try to focus on next time you're going to market something, or you're going to go into getting your artwork into the marketplace. I don't know. Again, it could be a gallery, it could be an art fair. How can you create proximity? How can you create proximity? How can you get close to it? It's the only way, guys. I know that everybody's trying to sell you some bullshit about this and that, and like everything that people are trying to show you and try to sell you, click funnels, webinars, and on and on and on. All of those things, guess what they are? Proximity. They're trying to get you close to something, or they're trying to teach you how to get close to something. You need to get close to something. Always, 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 always. Early on in my career, I thought value was the name of the game, and of course it is. But if you don't get close to whoever you're going to show that value, it doesn't matter. You can have a diamond. You can have the biggest diamond in the world. But if you're in the desert by yourself, what does that matter? What does that matter? You know? And this is the way you need to look at it. You have authentic, super awesome fucking artwork, but no one's looking at it. Nobody's looking at it. You know, you're a great artist, but you're alone in the desert, in the Sahara somewhere, and you have this huge diamond. You have this huge, you know, great thing, right? This thing that's so valuable, this treasure. But you're alone there, baby. You're alone. Nobody knows it. Nobody sees it. No one can perceive the value of it. Why? Because nobody sees it. How can they perceive the value if nobody sees it? And then some people are like, well, dude, but I do show it. Yeah, but it's still, I mean, think of yourself. Think of yourself today, in this day and age, like you are in the desert. You're in the wilderness. I don't know if you're, like, think of it that way, please. Like do yourself a favor. Think of your artwork, yourself, like you're in the desert. You're in the middle of the Grand Canyon, and no one can see what you're doing. And unless you create proximity to other people, it's not gonna work. Unless you show people, look, I got this diamond. Oh, I don't know. Well, you're still in the desert. If people aren't buying, guess what? You're still in the desert, baby. When you get proximity, when you get enough people, you're out of the desert. Now you're out of the desert. Now people are looking at you. But if people are not even looking at you, they don't flow your message, they don't care, you're still in the desert. Guess what? That's how I feel here on Instagram. I'm still in the desert. I'm in the middle of the desert here on Instagram. Because not a lot of people know me. You know, nobody knows me for that, for that matter. I need to create proximity because nobody knows me. I need to constantly be talking to people, letting people know what I'm doing.
So I got bean rice, burro?
Yeah, no cheese.
No cheese, yeah. Number 16 and a quesadilla, right?
Correct. And two tamarindos.
Two jamaicas?
Oh, no, tamarindo.
Tamarindo?
Yeah.
Medium or large?
Medium.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, thank you.
Probably 21.16 for you.
Thank you. And that's how you create it. You have to go out and talk. And a lot of people are waiting to do it right. Look, I've waited for years to try to do it right. Maybe you ain't gonna do it right. No one does it right in the beginning. No one does it right in the beginning. No one is even listening to you. I know that very few people are listening to me right now. Nobody's listening. This is what most artists don't get, or small business owners. They don't get that nobody listens to you. Nobody cares. There's a very small group of people that are starting to listen to you, and then that starts pushing it. But if you stop, baby, it's all done, because people, even the people that listen to you, guess what? If you're not constant, if you're not persistent and consistent, they will forget you. This is why actors go and they make movies, and they make, I don't know, fucking millions of dollars, and then they're like, I'm gonna go take a break. I've seen this over and over. I don't know, maybe you've seen it. How's it going, Lena? Maybe you've seen this over and over. Artists, actors, performers, they go and they make this huge blockbuster movie or something. They're hot, they're burning, right? And then they're like, oh my God, I'm so cool. And then they go and they take a break. I don't know from what, but they go and take a break, right? They act like if they don't sleep or something. Like that's the only real break you need anyways.
Would you like a copy of your receipt?
No, thank you. That's the only break you need. Go to sleep. That's the only break you need, baby. You don't need to. Thank you. The only reason people need a break is because they think too much. Not because they work so much. It's because they think too much, man. You start thinking too much, you're gonna need a break. Thinking too much is not working.
What's that?
Oh no, I'm talking on the phone.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Take care. Thinking too much is not working. That's and everybody thinks that. Oh my God, I'm working so hard. You're thinking so hard. You're not really working so hard. People tell me, you don't know me, man. You don't know me. I can't do it. Then you're overthinking it. Hire people. I don't know. Like, I know because I've been there. I've been in that situation where I'm like, oh my God, I'm so overworked. What am I going to do? Oh, I get it. I'm thinking about it too much. Really is that I haven't pulled the trigger and made the decision to make it happen. I don't know. Borrow money, whatever. I can't tell you what to do. Everybody does it differently. Like, invest in marketing, invest in yourself, invest in your business. But hire people, hire services. I mean, one of the surefire way today of doing things is maybe you don't need to hire people. Maybe what you do is you invest in a service, right? You pay a monthly service, someone to help you take care of some of the social media. you know, and that's a gear going. That's a gear that starts going, and then you go and you're like, well, who else can help me with maybe writing articles, writing blogs? That's another gear. It starts going. Before you know, you have 10, 20 gears going, and constant. You know, this is something that I miss, man. I was trying to do it myself. Huge fucking mistake, horrific mistake, because you run out of hustle. You get tired. That's when you get tired. You're like, oh my God, why? Of course, I'm thinking too much. I'm trying to do it all myself. I'm thinking too much. You know, I'm not depositing my energy on growth. I'm staying small. I'm trying to do everything myself. It's the worst mistake in my career. Hands down, the worst mistake in my career was me trying to do everything myself. It was the worst mistake I've ever done. And I continue to do it. I have to check myself all the time before I wreck myself. I gotta check myself all the time, you know? What am I doing? What am I doing that someone else can do? What am I doing that someone else can do? You know, I've been thinking about this, like, I drive my kid to school or I pick him up, right? And because I want to keep him in this school, this is a nicer school, it's a better school for him, better education, and on and on. I need to drive it takes about an hour of my day, right? 30 minutes to get there, 30 minutes to get back. A little bit over an hour, maybe an hour and a half, right? It used to take me like 2 hours. But like an hour and a half, I'm like, who can I pay? Who can I pay that I trust, that I know, that I can depend on to help me drive my kid from and to school, so that my wife and I are not doing it, so that I can focus on the things that actually pay me, you know? And some people are like, well, you know, I don't know, well, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, dude, maybe you're not committed. You have to find the commitment. I tried paying someone, but you know, that didn't work. So, I mean, what can you do? Who can you pay? What service can you get? I'm being honest here, guys. I mean, my son needs time with me, just like anyone. Any parent, any child, of course. And I spend a lot of time with my son. I take him to the studio. We hang out there. He helps me work there. But there's certain things that I do, right? Like drive around to go pick him up from school. It's a long ride. It's not like a 10-minute ride, right? If it was a 10-minute ride, I wouldn't care. But it's a long ride. It takes an hour of my day. So how can I fix that? I'll leave you guys with that. I gotta go and take one of my boxes to FedEx. Take care. I hope you guys enjoy this value that I'm dropping here. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. I don't know, share it, like it, whatever you do with this type of videos, guys. All right, take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.